I'm a bit late. I was on the road and there was some jam. However, before I start, I wish to congratulate Lion Liz for being elected as a trustee of MABS, and any other Lion who has achieved anything ever since we last met. I have the task of reading to you some of the comments from the survey, and I will be switching in between responses and questions so that we can understand together. From the survey, we have 14 responses, especially under gender of the club member. We can see that it has to be a male or a female. We have 28% for females and 71.4% for men. That was the response regarding the gender of the club members who attempted the survey, and some of the emails of the respondents are also here, although I'm not seeing mine. There was a question of, for how long have you been a member or affiliate to the Lions Club of Makerere? Still, there are 14 responses, and the majority of the members say they have been in the club for 3 to 4 years. In that interval, the percentage of 35.7%, 35.7. With the least years of affiliation being less than 1 year, having 28.6%. Members who are in 1 to 2 years and 2 to 3 years obtained a percentage of 14.3 of being members or affiliates there. The next question was, how much do you agree that the following statements describe how you feel about our Lions Club? And because on the horizontal axis, the words are not clear, I might have to switch back to the questionnaire. Where we have several responses. However, pardon me, the responses were, the Lions Club is something I really enjoy, gives me a sense of pride, gives me a real sense of accomplishment. I would not hesitate to recommend a friend, has become an important part of my life. I have a real influence in my club. I am respected. Now, those ones are the ones at the horizontal section, but they are not clear here. But under the first response, we have so many people agreeing. I don't know how I can summarize this. Then it gives me a sense of something. Still, you can see that where there is purple,
you can put the cursor. You can put the cursor where the word is. Let's say gives me a, then you see the entire sentence.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Under the Lions Club is something I really enjoy. The majority of the members strongly agreed to that, and very few disagreed strongly. Similarly, gives me a sense of pride. We also have strongly agree as the majority of respondents. Gives me gives me a real sense of accomplishment in the services that we provide. Strongly agree are the majority. So members, then we have, I would not hesitate, I would not hesitate to recommend that friend and stroke or family to join. It is still strongly agree with the minority disagreeing there. Has become an important part of my life. We have majority in green. What was green saying? Agree. And then I have a real influence at my club, in my club. Members in year orange. Orange is neutral. So majority of the members are neutral under that response, with the minority strongly disagreeing, as well as the minority similar number strongly agreeing. So there, most of the members are neutral. Then we have, I am respected by other people in my club. We can see that majority agree. I plan to continue being an active member. Majority of the members strongly agree. And then under I am what is this? I am very satisfied by the rewards that I receive for my involvement, for my investment of time and money. Majority agree with the statement. I go on under the other question that was asked, how much do you agree that the following statements describe how you feel about our meetings? Blue is always. Sometimes is red. Orange is never. I don't know is green. So under the club president follows an agenda, majority of the members responded that the president always follows the agenda. And there are a few people who did not know. One or two, they didn't know that the club chairman, president always follows the agenda. Then under meetings start and end on time, majority of the members said sometimes, with very few people of the I don't know category, and always was also responded to by some few members. The club provides interesting and varied programs. Very many members said sometimes, with some with the minority responding with the response of I don't know. The guests are properly introduced. That is a tick. Majority of the members responded that always visitors are well, our guests are well, are properly introduced, with very few people saying they don't know. Then there is a response of meetings are interesting and lively. There we have the majority still saying yes, always, and Some say they don't know. I don't know whether those are the people who don't attend, but they say they don't know we have that category. And then never, they are also there, with sometimes also being responded to by some few members. So it is shared among always, never, I don't know, and sometimes. Under the question of there is friendly atmosphere during club meetings, majority responded that always the atmosphere is good, with some few saying sometimes, and there are those who don't know that the atmosphere is always good. Then under this other category of speakers, oh, this one has refused to open. Speakers, I don't know what that is, but it has not, it has refused to open.
Oh, okay.
And proceed. Which mode of meeting do you prefer? There were 14 responses, and alternative physical and virtual, that is the current arrangement, got 78% of the respondents, with those saying only physical, 7.1%, and others said only virtual, that is 14.3%. So you can see that the arrangement that we are in, the current one, got the majority of the respondents. For physical meetings, which time is suitable for you? Still, we got 14 respondents. That is responses, and they shared 50-50 that at 1 p.m. East African time and 5:10 p.m. East African time. So there, I don't know how we shall conclude. What are some of the factors that hinder your participation? Please check all that apply. We have unsuitable timing, we have long meetings, uninteresting meetings, limited resources, fatigue on days when, I don't know how that ends. I come from far, unavoidable circumstances, and among that, unsuitable timing garnered 64.3%, and the lowest, the unresponded to, was uninteresting meetings. However, on days when, I don't know what that is, I come from far and unavoidable circumstances, got the same response, one of one person each, and that is 7.1%. With limited resources and fatigue being there at 2, that is 14.3% respectively from the respondents. So we can see that unsuitable timing is a major factor that hinders participation of members from attending the meetings. What factors motivate you to participate in meetings? We still have 14 responses, and I can quickly read through. The first one is online meetings. What factors motivate you to participate? Okay. Online meetings, following the activities and knowing one another, catching up with people, talking about opportunities, that's the third. Meeting colleagues, that is the fourth. Opportunity to meet and interact with members, that is the fifth. When there are updates on the agenda, such as planning a service activity or a social event, meeting new members is another point. The agenda of the meeting is critical. So this person says when the agenda of the meeting is critical, I have a bias for the social cause. Person for Lionism is the reason there. Meeting new people, fellowship and chats, lunch and meeting people, fellowshipping with fellow Lions, getting updates on club events or activities. Then the last response was meetings offer me an opportunity to learn how the club runs, but also gives me an opportunity to air out my thinking about service to our community. Another point that had to be responded to was, how would you like to be informed of meetings and service activities and other club-related events? People responded to only 2 items, that is face-to-face reminder at office and group WhatsApp. And group WhatsApp managed to get 93%, whereas face-to-face reminder got 7%. Others were not responded to. Members, how have you ever attended the Lions service activity? The answer there is overwhelming. It indicates that all the members that responded have ever attended a Lions service activity. Have you ever attended a Lions service activity this year since July? There are 14 respondents who attempted that, and under the category of yes, we have 79%, and under no, 21%. Those were the responses. Then there was this other one which said, which service activity was the most exciting for you? There are 14 responses, and I am going to read them very quickly. Home visiting, visiting the children with cancer at Bless a Child Place. The third one, sharing pictures of food. It was unique. I learned that not just types of food, but portions of food matter. I think that was responding to Opolot. Cancer, children, home visit, food donation and tree planting at Makerere University Primary School. When we touched children with cancer, seeing people in pain, but positive, was so touching. The other one was a blood donation at Makerere. That was a joint activity with Kampala, Kasangat, and Makerere Club. The other one was visit to the missionaries of the poor. One respondent said donation. Another one said the cancer activity at Mulago. Then this other respondent said, mine was a touching experience, although I did not participate physically. In one of the videos shared on the group, the mother of the child with cancer giving a speech on how happy they were because Lions went there, and how she want her child to come back to help at the Cancer Children's Center. You see real hope, and to me, it was so touching. The other respondent said, the food activity, no meat, we can do it every month. The other respondent said, addressing hunger at the Ugandan Cancer Institute. The last response was, the service activity at Makerere University Primary School, yellow, especially the planting of fruit trees, which will tackle both nutrition aspect and an environmental aspect. Chair, which service activities would you like the club to engage in? Please be elaborate as possible. Still, there were 14 responses, and the members responded as follows. Health related, hunger and environmental activities, especially for the vulnerable groups. The second one, member satisfaction, starting with the service activity of donating at the Bakate Yambas. The third response, partnership with Cancer Ward, or the home of cancer children of the DG's visit. Next is planting trees and visiting vulnerable homes. Another one said all activities linked to the 5 main causes of Lions Club International. Another respondent said focus on the core areas of Lionism, also create an awareness event of Makerere staff. Another respondent said reaching out to the disabled people, life-saving activities, for instance, championing a heart surgery drive, all within the scope of Lions Club International. Another respondent said cancer. You realize that you are lucky if you don't have it. Another respondent said giving hope to the communities. Giving hope to the communities. Another one said activities on campus. Another one said supporting disadvantaged schools and hospitals. And then the last one is more diabetes awareness campaigns such as routine exercising. This is because most people in Makerere are staff and students who spend most of their time seated, working, and hence they do not usually get time to exercise. There are some responses which are plain, and the question was clear to say, please elaborate, but we have gotten some feel of what they tried to mean. There is another question here. Which factors motivate you to participate in service activities? Please be elaborate as possible. Which factors motivate you to participate in service activities? The first respondent said interesting activities such as health related for vulnerable groups, saving a life, making a change in an underprivileged or vulnerable individuals. Then another one said time is not enough. At times, set ice activity taken place when I am broke. Time is not enough. At times, set and I don't know, service and giving, impacting on the lives of others, especially the less privileged, to meet people and know the community. Another one said serving others. Another one said a tangible impact is very important. I would feel great if an activity touches a life or lives significantly. I want to serve. The team spirit and collaboration in Lions jackets. Time, at times my schedule is so tight. Helping someone, getting the satisfaction that I have extended a hand of help to others. Then the last respondent said, the joy and gratification I get by serving people who do not feel entitled that I must be serving them is what motivates me to participate in the service activities. There we are. Then the other question says, how often would you like the club to organize social events? There were 14 respondents and there were 2 options there, monthly and quarterly. And quarterly took the Lions share of 71%. And the monthly option only managed to get 29%, implying that members would like to have social events quarterly. Which social event would you suggest the club to organize? Please share details. The first member said home visiting. Another one said membership satisfaction at a member's home. Another one said a home gathering like we had in September. We can arrange a picnic. Outing was a response by another member. Members' day out. Another response. At a home, and then we go to a public place in the evening. The one at Madam President was perfect despite the long distance and bad road. Another response, aerobic exercise and games or adventure at a beach. Another member said, not anything specific. There was a response which said, get together. Another one said, home fellowship. I saw the pictures and video, and it seems it was fun. There is another response saying home fellowship and after party. In the plan that was shared, the president promised a Lions evening out. We are waiting. Anything, even if it is sitting in a compound and eating.
Interesting.
And eating sugar canes. Then there's another response saying home fellowship, tours and camping. Then the last respondent said home fellowships. So it seems home fellowship, the option is too much responded to. Members, there is this one which says, please share aspects where you feel that our club excels and should continue. Respondents were 14, and these ones are the responses quickly. All the services so far done are good. I hope that is what the member meant. Not missing any meeting, cooperating with other clubs. Joint service activities, the idea of collecting fines, the designed messages for meetings, sharing pictures of meetings and fellowships. Another respondent said leadership and making contributions, timely and impactful service activities, updates about club activities, resilience of the team, whereby the team goes for meetings or service activities despite the few members. He's trying to say wherever any number of members present, the service activity continues or even the meeting goes on. Another respondent said it excel. Okay, that is one of the respondents' response. Regular meetings and feedback. In all of them related to service, that's another response, meaning that in all the activities, aspects, the club is okay and related to service. Then another member said regular updates on what is happening at the club, celebrating milestones of members, like this current one of MJF, cabinet, past cabinet secretary, and the zone chair, Liz Nansubuga. Another respondent says the energy of the executive team, don't give up. Another member said regular updates from secretary, service chair, the new member, and president. The response which says service activities are well executed, and then publicity is one of the areas our club excels in, as this has given the club great visibility in the eyes of other clubs and the community at large. There is this other question which says, please share aspects that you feel the club of Makerere does not do well and should discontinue. There were 14 responses. Not that I know of. That is the first response. Not that I know of. Attendance of members needs to be improved. Hosting debate datas. Posting data, whoever has money for the club should be posted. That is what that respondent was saying. Attendance of meetings needs to be improved, but I don't think it should be discontinued. Posting data, improvement on members participating in service activities, mobilization. At times we forget about activities, also need to mobilize new members. Then another member says it excels in serving and encouraging us to keep health. Not anything specific was another respondent. Then member recruitment, we are not doing well, I believe. Sharing minutes when we miss meetings. Is it too much to ask? Sincerely, how can this club be on suspension? You need to collect money from us. Look for us and we give you the money. That is interesting. Then there's this low participation of members in meetings and even on the page. I am one of them, but I am better than most people. When you don't update on what is going on, I think that is another response in that category. Then one member said none, and another one said most of the members of Lions Club of Makerere do not attend meetings and thus are not serving the community. The club has great people with brains, that is high brain per capita. And I am sure if they attended these meetings, if they attended the club meetings, they would brainstorm on how best to serve the communities. That is too interesting. Members, there is this other question which says, what is your most rewarding experience or benefit of being a member of Lions Club of Makerere? There were 14 responses, and traveling and serving is one of the responses. Traveling and serving, being happy to help a needy person, networking and collaborating with the Lions member on a project, the home get together. Another member said service, networking was another response. Hearing that we have served big numbers of people, we also need to create impactful service and document it, e.g., picking up an abandoned child and taking care through an organized institution. To see me putting a smile on someone's face by being available when they need us. Another member said is still learning. Another one said networking. Another one said when members reached out to me when I was going through a hard time. Being recognized for the small contributions I make. One member said, one time I was at an interview and I said that I am a lion. The old man on the panel asked me to mention any 3 activities I have participated in that improved the community. I later realized that he was one of those Indian lions in ginger, and he was even wearing a pin. I promised myself that I will not miss meetings and service activities again. People are confessing. Lions Club members contributing towards and attending my wedding, I felt rewarded. And the last respondent said, an opportunity to serve others and an opportunity to rub shoulders with the top brains in the country. I learned a lot from members of Lions Club of Makerere. Any additional comments are highly welcome. None? Keep the candle burning. I know I have not been very active, but well done. Thanks for the regular updates about what is happening in the club. Giving makes me happy and contented. As a club, we need to see how to mobilize resources for service activities to lessen the monthly burden of members to contribute. As a club, we need to see how to mobilize resources for service activities to lessen the monthly burden of members to contribute. Great job. It is nice to be a lion. We appreciate the innovations and kind hearts that drive the club. Well done, team. Let's keep the fire burning. Very proud of the president. Liz is very energetic and a very good leader. Another member said more efforts are needed in all areas. The club is doing well. We appreciate updates, but at times have no words to write on the WhatsApp page. Is a response from one of us. None. Don't give up. The fines of people who don't put on pins is fun and keeps the group updated. You can even increase it to 100 to 10K. I wish we got to know this member would go there every day to pick this 10K. Thank you for the great job you are doing is one of the responses, and my appreciation to the active members of Lions Club of Makerere. President, those are the responses from the survey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lion Semanda, for taking us through this survey. It was quite interesting, very insightful responses there. And members, I see it is a few minutes past 9. I want to suggest that you wrap this up in the next 15 minutes. And at this time, I want to request for responses, any feedback, any insights that you're getting from the survey. The floor is open.